CMA's in Nashville.
Hello.
Girl, those are some bright pants you're wearing.
They are. I just want to make sure you're awake.
Wow. That's
Yeah,
they're even redder than my red thing here.
I should be using your mic. I could be matching.
So you were recently in New York. What are you doing with Ladies Home Journal? How did that happen?
They were here for the CMA Fest in the summer, and I met Ron Kelly, who works with the magazine at Second Harvest Food Bank, and we just struck up a conversation, and he thought it would be cool to feature me in a blog where I was writing about being on this side of everything and being an aspiring artist. And I grew up with two sisters, so I can appreciate the audience that LHJ has, and it's an opportunity to be honest about the journey that I'm on, because it's not always so perfect and great. There's frustrations involved. And
let me stop you there. What's the most honest thing you've blogged about on that?
I think it would be just my coming to the reality that it takes as much time as it does to get a full album out there, and not like I was expecting it. Like, I came to Nashville after meeting Tommy Mottola in New York, and I wanted to be a country artist, and he's the pop guy, and he introduced me to my producer, James Stroud, and we had this insane projected timeline of 6 months you'll put a record out, which is crazy.
Unrealistic.
4 years later, I'm about to put my first full album out.
But then you're working with these names that are huge names in the industry, so you probably thought, in 6 months it'll happen.
Right. And so my last blog was just about me actually being grateful for the time to evolve and figure out what I want to say and become an artist, the artist that I would want to listen to myself, as opposed to just a manufactured, James Stroud is such a great producer, and he's helped me evolve, and he's cultivated everything, and it's been a collaborative effort. And so I blogged about just, getting a grip on reality and becoming patient with myself and the music.
How did you get discovered or heard, and what advice might you give someone listening at this moment who aspires to do what you're doing?
I think if music is what you want to do, you have to be so certain that it's what you want to do, and there can be no backup plan, because it'll motivate you to know that this is the end all for you. And if you have something else that would be comfortable, it's going to be too tempting at times when you get discouraged to go back and fall back on it.
Because there's a lot of discouraging times, aren't there?
Of course, yes. But I am excited that I've lived out the whole process, because I love the music now, and we have a single coming out in February, and I'm opening for Jason Aldean on Tuesday, and just it's the little things along the way that are so exciting, and
that's cool.
Yeah, so
very cool.
Yeah.
What's the worst gig?
It's a very serious conversation that
That's
we're
a good conversation to have. There are a lot of people who want to move to Nashville, and they want to do this, and I don't think some of them realize what all has to go into it.
Right. Well, and
the first thing you got to do is move here, right?
Yes. I moved here when I was 19. I was going to Clemson University in South Carolina, and I had met Tommy in November. It was November 20th, 4 years ago, and he heard me sing some originals in his office, and he was this really Italian, kind of New Yorker guy, and he's like, you've got what it takes to make it, but you got to jump in the pool and totally immerse yourself. He's like, this is like joining the military, which is an insult to any serviceman out there, but at the same time, it's you have to totally immerse yourself in what you're doing if music is what you want to do.
Well, we wish you the best of luck, and hopefully one of these days we'll see you up on the CMA stage accepting an award.
Absolutely. That's what I'm talking about. I like that.
Here you go. Margaret Durante here on WCOL.